Hey, what's up, fellas? It's Sunday. It's about 11:30. I'm gonna have to open the door here. It's really nice. The sun finally came back out. Got the robot in the pool doing its thing, and I wanted to take some time to give you what I believe in. And by the way, it's October 9th, 29 days to the election. I want to give you some things that I believe are true. I believe they are extremely true, but that most people don't want good average men to know. Um, and I'll title this The Lies That Good Average Men Are Told, and how that the singularity of your purpose, meaning your life, the singularity of your life is the way to become successful. And the last thing I'll talk about is yes, you can be punished for telling the truth. It's better to remain silent than to open your mouth when you don't have to. And we don't ever tell on ourselves. So I'll get back to the main point. The lies that we are told as men stem from belief systems that we are programmed with that actually, in my opinion, do us a disservice. I'll give you my example. I spent 19 years and 8 months of my life in the U.S. Army. I was an EOD sergeant. And after I got hurt, they tried to make me a recruiter, but I got fired from that for not being a good recruiter. And then when I got hurt, I went from I was never a tier one soldier. I was never tip of the spear, but I would say I was at least a tier three soldier. And I went from having a platoon and responsibilities to going to Walter Reed Army Medical Center and being called a broke dick. Uh, there are just about anything that governments and societies and religions will tell you to do that they won't do themselves. And that reflects back on what we call the singularity of purpose. Have you ever wondered why a lot of guys that are really successful are fucking assholes? Bill Gates. Bill Gates is a terrible human being. What's the guy that does this? Zuckerberg, the guy for Facebook. He's a terrible human being. Just there are just so many guys that are uberly successful that use scams. They use multi-level marketing. They tell you, you know what you need to do? You need to be selfless. You need to do your duty. You need to be morally strong, even if it's at your expense. You need to serve the greater good, all the while they're robbing the bank and pulling the carpet out from the rest of us. I'm talking about the guys that talk about how they built everything from the ground up, and you ask them, well, who built the road that goes to your factory? Good, hard-working average men. Who built the power grid that you use? I'm not saying you don't pay your part of the bill, but you didn't build the grid. And they're like, good average men did that. How about the hospital if you need to go to the hospital? How about the grocery store? How about your gas? How about your fuel? How about your water? How about everything you wear, drive, eat, sleep on, and the rest of that? Did you do any of that? No, you just came up with an idea. You had a singularity of purpose and you exploited anyone or anything who got in your way. I think it is time that the good average men decide to start having just a singularity of purpose. I think you need to change the way you think about things. I don't think we need to start worrying or continue to worry about the greater good. And first, you have to take care of yourself. We can't help anybody else unless we help ourselves. That is to say that you can be a good, hardworking, honest, religious, non religious man, work your ass off your entire life and not get anywhere because you're trying to be fair and honest. I'm not telling you to lie. I'm not telling you to cheat. I'm not telling you to steal. I'm not saying any of those things. But I will tell you, you don't have to say anything. Somebody asks you a loaded question, you can just say, I don't know. You don't, we do not ever tell on ourselves. You don't have to tell them anything. In the military, they have a defense system. If are accused of something, it's called the West Point defense, and it's also referred to as falling on your sword. It's where you say, I make no excuses and I'll take the punishment, whatever comes. Ah, fuck that. That's a fucking lie. Anyways, I hope I'm not blithering on too much, but I will tell you again. They lie to us. They lie to us about being, what are we supposed to protect and serve? That's what they tell all the law enforcement guys. But God forbid they lose their temper. God forbid. And they're given extreme police powers. But they're also human beings. Same with the military. Same with the guy that's driving a truck. Same thing with the carpenters. They lie to us. You know what? If you work hard, do what you're supposed to do, you're going to be rewarded. That's not true at all. Again, I'm going to talk about this. This is one other thing I'm going to go on the sidebar. You have to have some plans in your life. And I think, and I seriously offer you, you have to have a plan on when do I want to get out of the rat race? When do I want to retire? Once you decide when that is, a lot of things will fall into place. The other thing is, you can't get a lot of things done unless you have a list, a daily list of things you're supposed to get accomplished. You can make it as macro or as micro as you want, but making a list and actually following your list, you will get way more things done than just bumping around and bouncing around. All right, back to the main premise of this is the lies that we're told as men. There's nothing wrong with looking out for yourself first. How can you help anybody else out if you're not taking care of on the first place? And there are hundreds and thousands, I'd say there's millions of guys out there who will try to tell you that I got a secret key to success. I got a great side hustle for you. Why don't you just sign up for my basic package? But if you want to become a super guy, my silver ninja package, get the fuck out of here. There are no truer keys to success than having a plan and working your plan. That's it. I don't want to take anything from you. You don't owe me anything. You're actually my future, and I want to see you succeed. But I don't want you to think that me wanting to help you try to succeed is going to cost you anything other than maybe a few minutes of your day. And that's okay. You don't have to like or subscribe. I don't care about any of this stuff. I don't need anything from you. I'm not going to take anything from you. But I believe that if you can adopt the singularity of purpose, I must make sure that I am successful first. If a guy wants to hire you and he wants to be a part of it, at some point in time, you should tell him directly to his face, then I want a piece of the business. I want to be successful too. If I do this for you, what do I get out of it? And I can tell you, there are so many scumbags out there that simply get ahead by being scammers. And I'm talking about asking you for something they wouldn't ever give to you, your money, your time, or your energy. You're worth it, but you need to have a plan. And you have to understand that from the moment you get up out of bed till the time you come back into your house, somebody's trying to take something from you. and you're offering up your skills and services for money. So you should always look for the maximum amount of money, regardless of what anybody else thinks, cares about. Life is not fair. Do not ever expect to get treated fairly, and you'll do fine. And there's nothing wrong with being ruthless. I'm not telling you to cheat anybody, I'm not saying anything. But you don't have to help anybody else along because they're damn sure trying to take advantage of you. All right? Yeah, here's the last one. You don't have to say anything. I cannot tell you how many people I've seen their lives destroyed, their careers ruined, because they were told to tell the truth and they told the truth and then they got fucking fried. You don't have to say anything. There is a right in our country to remain silent. I suggest you use it. All right? You can say, I don't know. I'm not really familiar with that. No, I don't know what's actually going on. Da, 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 da. You don't have to tell on yourself. Don't tell on anybody else. And yes, you should be looking out for you first. Let the world burn. That you don't owe anybody anything. All right. And this is all based upon the things that we're told, we're the lies that they tell us we're supposed to be. You're supposed to be strong and upright and never lie and tell the truth and search for truth, justice in the American way, protect and serve. God forbid you become unnecessary. They will toss you to the wolves in a minute or try to take everything you got. So I think there's nothing wrong with you looking out for yourself. And you know what? You're worth it. You're my future. God bless you. If that applies to you, if it doesn't, I hope you're safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. If you can't, take care of your damn self. Like a fart in a G string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye bye.